or military. I don't know, man. That's not my bag. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Zainab. I'm a second year med student currently documenting my journey through med school. I'm also a fitness enthusiast, so I sometimes create fitness content. So if you're into that, please consider subscribing. It would help out my channel a lot. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So I've been planning on this video for like almost a year now. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I just have not had time to just sit down and film it. So I'm so sorry that it's coming late, because I feel like also a bunch of you guys have also asked about this particular video as well. So I'm really sorry it's coming late. It's just me sitting down and filming has been a lot. Today I literally just took an exam this morning, 3 hours exam, and I was like, I have to film it today because I decided I'm not doing any schoolwork today. So I was like, I have to film. So anyways, I'm sorry it's coming late, but let's get right into the video. So today's video is basically me talking about how to pay for medical school as an international student in the United States. So if you guys don't know, I am an international student. I'm originally from Lagos, Nigeria. So let's talk about how to pay for medical school essentially. By the way, I feel like I have to put a disclaimer somewhere. This is what has worked for me and a lot of people that I know that are also in my situation. So there could be other ways out there that I don't know of, but this is what we have done. Like a lot of international students that I know as well, this is how we've been able to pay for medical school essentially. First option is out of pocket. You just have the money. Whether it's from parents, grandparents, family members, you have your money yourself. That's your first option. Second option is loans. This is the most popular option for a lot of people. A lot of people get like either FAFSA or like personal loans or loans from banks and stuff like that. And I'm going to break down all of these things for you guys. So FAFSA is like a federal loan. A lot of international students don't have access to FAFSA. I feel like all international students, I don't think they do. As of right now, as of today, 3:23 p.m. 23rd of January 2023, international students don't have access to FAFSA. So but a lot of like you know, traditional citizens, all those people, like you have your PR or you're a citizen of America, you get access to FAFSA, which is a federal loan, federal student loan. It has better interest rate. It has, you know, there's also the chance of getting loan forgiveness with that. So that's the option for the traditional student. So for international student, you typically will have to get a personal loan, and a personal loan is typically from banks. Banks such as Discover. There are other banks that I can't think of right now, but there are also like other financial institutes that are not necessarily banks that can also give loans. Their interest rates astronomical. Let's say FAFSA is like 3%, 4%. All these financial institutes can ask for 11% interest. Just casually ask for 15% interest. Just why not? But anyways, you do have that option, to be fair. So with the personal loan, based on my experience and the experience of others that I've spoken to, you need 3 things. You need to have a good credit score. So you need to be able to, well, I think it's actually more than 3 things. I think 4 things. But you need to have a good credit score, and to get a credit score in America, you have to have a credit card, or you have to have, like, basically the easiest way to get a credit card. If you have a working social security number, I believe you can get like a starting credit card, like a student, like you can get a credit card essentially, and that can help build your credit score. So you need to have done that like early on. Another thing you need is you need to have a cosigner. So only sad part is like the cosigner has to be an American citizen or somebody that holds a PR in America, like a permanent residence card in America. The person also has to have a good credit history, and they also have to be more than 18 for most of these banks. So those are the things that you will need for you to be able to apply for a personal student loan, because it's not just like a personal loan, it's like a personal student loan with all of these banks. And that's how you'll be able to afford it. And the way they do it is, once you're approved for everything, you have your cosigner, they meet all of the criteria, you have a good credit history, you pick out your interest rates, you have been approved for all of your loans. They basically send all of your loans to school, and then school takes out their tuition and fees, and then school sends you, you know, the rest for like your personal upkeep. So for like your personal upkeep, so like your living expenses and everything like that, a lot of schools have estimates for that. So they give you like an estimate per semester what they expect you to be spending. Scholarships, like you can get scholarships. Unfortunately with med school, like a lot of people don't get like that much scholarships, because like med school is expensive on its own, and a lot of medical schools prioritize like American citizens. Let's just be honest. So if they're going to give like scholarships and everything like that, they typically give like American citizens. So scholarships are another way. It's just like some of it don't cover like your full tuition or your full living expenses. It might reduce how much you need to pay, you know, per semester. So scholarships are something that you can look into if you qualify for it for your school. So there is a DO PhD program or a MD PhD program, which, if you guys don't know, PhD students typically don't pay for PhD. They typically get paid to study essentially. So with MD PhD and DO PhD, you actually don't, you know, you don't pay for medical school, and they pay for your living expenses as well. You get like a stipend every month for your living expenses. That's another thing that you can look into. The thing about those programs is like the length of stay in school is longer, and you would have like a research, you know, program, because it's PhD, you have to do research as well. So that's another way to pay for medical school, through the military. Like if you are able to get into the military program in America as an international student, I think there is a program where international students can actually get into the military. I forget what it's called, but there's a way for international students to do that. And basically, the military just pay for your tuition and fees and your living expenses. So that's another way. It's a lot to do that. Everything else, but military, I don't know, man. That's not my bag. I also got another question about how I was able to scribe as an international student. I don't know if I should make a separate video about this, so I'm just gonna add it here for now. But if you guys want me to make a separate video about how to get experiences, you know, how to actually get, you know, whether it's scribing or research, or how to build up your application for medical school, essentially, if you guys want me to do that, I could do a separate video about that. It might take a while, I'm not gonna lie, but I could do that. But to answer the question about how I got a job as a scribe, so before I got my job as a scribe, I had already worked as a research assistant in school, so I was able to get my social security number through that. Once I got my social security number, I, you know, could work essentially. And after graduation from undergrad, I applied for my OPT situation. And you know, with STEM OPT, you get 2 years first of like, you know, work authorization, and then I think an extra year or something like that when you reapply. So once I got my OPT, I just applied for jobs online. Because I had already graduated, I didn't have to work in school, so I just applied to jobs outside of school. And the other thing about OPT is, like, obviously you have to make sure that you are working in the same field as your degree. So I tried to look for like research jobs, because that's something I had experienced in. Didn't get them. But one of my friends told me about a scribe position that I could apply for. It was an online position. I basically applied to it. It was a startup company too, so I applied to it online. I did my interview and everything. There are a lot more like virtual scribes right now, but the company that I worked for was Robin Healthcare. That's how I got my job essentially. I just make sure that I already had like a social security number, and that was from my undergraduate research assistant job. And then I applied for my OPT after graduation, so I had work authorization to be able to work in America. And then I applied online for a virtual scribe position. It doesn't have to be online, it doesn't have to be virtual, because you already have your social security and your OPT. You can also apply for a scribe position outside of school, basically like in person and stuff like that, in hospitals and stuff like that. And basically with those things, they are even easier, because you can just walk up to like a clinic or a hospital and ask if they are looking for scribes, you would like to gain experiences and stuff like that, those ones are easier. But the virtual scribes were also very comfortable for me. It was around like, oh wait, it was before pandemic actually, but it worked out for me during the pandemic and stuff because I was just working from home. But yeah, that's what I did, you know, got those documents, documents ready, and when it was time for me to apply, I just applied for that, and that's how I got it. If you want me to do again an in-depth video, I could do a separate one from that. But do you guys enjoy this video? I've been talking a lot, girl. I've been talking my shit. Okay. Just let me know if you have any other questions that I can answer. I'm very, very willing and happy to help. I just shed more light as an international student in America. Just ask me anything and I shall make a video about it. And I'll try my best not to be late anymore. Like, try my best to make sure my video comes in time as soon as just ask, you know, make the request essentially. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did, because I look good. I look good at okay, I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. As of today, as of 3:23 p.m. on January 23rd, a lot of 23, angel sign. What's that angel number? I'm gonna check. Don't get distracted in that. Okay, never mind. As of 3:23 p.m. 23rd of January 2023. 23. I'm gonna check. I'm sorry. What is the angel number? What is the angel number? What does it mean? 23. That's a lot of 23s. Oh, it symbolizes peace and boldness. I'm very bold for making this video.